A big clap for Ernő Rubik.
Yeah. Hello. I'm here. How are you?
Very good. It's a big honor to have you here. It's an amazing honor. We want to ask you. We are very curious to ask you some questions. So, how did you come up with the idea of the Rubik's cube?
No, it's a difficult question. I was spending a full book about it, so it was a long time ago. You know, I'm right now in this year we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the cube. So, you know, in this.
Του κύβου, 50 χρόνια του κύβου γιορτάζουν φέτος. 50 years of the cube.
And you know, that means in the same time I became 80. You know, old people, difficult to remember. So many years gone, and many things happened since then. And so it's all the time very interesting to an anniversary. You try to summarize what's happened, but 50 years, it's too long to summarize in a few words. It's so many times. Half of the 50 years was in the last century, and the other half in this century. So the 19th century and the 20th century and the 21st century, 1/4 of each. So it's a very long time. Many things happen outside the cube as well, but with the cube as well.
I will translate.
They say.
Ernő Rubik said that 50, είπε ότι 50 χρόνια είναι πάρα πολλά χρόνια και έχουν συμβεί τόσα πολλά που είναι πάρα πολύ δύσκολο να γίνει περίληψη όλων αυτών που έχουν γίνει. Έτσι, σας το λέω και εγώ περιληπτικά, να ξέρετε. Thank you. You may continue. I can ask you another.
So. And what else? Please ask something if there is some special.
Something very important. I'm a collector. Είμαι συλλέκτης των ρήφων. And I have seen that all your puzzles have been weighed with amazing mathematical precision. Όλοι οι γρίφοι που έχει φτιάξει είναι φτιαγμένοι με απίστευτη μαθηματική ακρίβεια. Σε μια εποχή, in a time where there were no computers, σε μια εποχή που δεν υπήρχαν υπολογιστές. How did you do this? It's amazing. Πώς το έκανε αυτό? Ήταν απίστευτο.
You know, several thousand years ago, they have already some math. I admire Plato and the Platonic solids, you know. The cube is one of the simplest Platonic solids, and they are very beautiful and they are very ordered. You know, very, very strictly ordered. They have the same angles or the same lengths of the edges and many other things that are very regular. And the cube is, for me, is the most beautiful between them. And what I was thinking to try to create something but able to express what does it mean for me and what you can do with it. And you were speaking about digital era in the 21st century. It started already in the 80s. That was the beginning of the internet. In the very first time, it was only a connection between universities to discuss some scientific questions. Interestingly, for example, in the very first time, they organized a cube lovers group to exchange ideas about the cube, about the math behind the cube, because you know the cube is connected with a very special mathematical theory, but we called it group theory.
Exactly.
And if I know well, that was the first object that was able to demonstrate several aspects of of these very abstract art of science.
So I will translate those. So, ο καθηγητής Ρούμπικ είπε ότι ο κύβος είναι το πιο όμορφο και το πιο απλό, να το πω, από τα πλατωνικά στερεά, γιατί είχε και ορθογώνιες γωνίες, θα ξέρετε, και έτσι έφτιαξε ένα γρίφο ο οποίος μπορούσε να κάνει διάφορες κινήσεις, αλλά στα χρόνια, ειδικά μετά το 2000 και μετά, δημιουργήθηκε η κοινότητα των ειδικών στον κύβων, με αποτέλεσμα να μεγαλώσει κι άλλο και τα μαθηματικά που είναι πίσω από τον κύβο του Ρούβικ, ο κύβος του Ρούμπικ ήταν ίσως το πρώτο, να το πω έτσι, κατασκεύασμα, εφεύρεση, η οποία ήταν μια να το πω, αντιπροσώπευε κάτι αφηρημένο της θεωρίας των ομάδων, το group theory που λέμε. Οπότε καταλαβαίνετε, ήταν ένας λόγος παραπάνω να φτιάξει κάτι τέτοιο, και από εκεί βγήκε η ιδέα για τον κύβο του Ρούμπικ, για παράδειγμα. Professor Rubik, something very important. What do you think is the role of puzzles like Rubik's Cube and other puzzles for education?
You know, it's probably the greatest puzzle for me, because it's a very complex task, and it's the quality of education, on the quality of education our future based on. So it's a very, very important part of life, and personal life as well. And the result is what is capable to define what will happen for our future and their future as well. So usually the next generation need to learn from the mistakes what we did and try to correct them. And I am really worried about, for example, my grandchildren's, what kind of surrounding, what kind of life will be able to live. There are so many contradictions in our life. It's a contradiction of, for example, the number of people. Nature we like, if we are growing and more people is there. Interestingly, I was looking after at the 74 in the last century, there was 4 billion people only on Earth. Today, it's about 8 billion people. So in these 50 years, the population on Earth is doubled. But the Earth has the same size, yes, and it's remained, and the energy that we can find, there is a infinitive, not infinitive, source for energy, for materials, and so on. And the living creature on Earth has some kind of contradiction, in contradiction in our life. You know, in the past we were thinking about conquer the nature, okay, and fortunately to conquer the nature, you know, we are fighting with the nature. It's in fact we need to live together with nature and to pay attention what's happening and what is the side effect of our life.
I will translate this now. So, ο καθηγητής Ρούμπικ λέει ότι γενικά πρέπει οι γρίφοι είναι πάρα πολύ χρήσιμοι στην εκπαίδευση, και όχι μόνο αυτό. Μας βοηθάνε, όπως και εγώ υποστηρίζω πάρα πολύ στεναρά, ότι μας βοηθούν στην αληθινή μας ζωή. Και επειδή έχουμε μεγαλώσει σαν πληθυσμός όλη η γη και πρέπει να είμαστε ενωμένοι, πρέπει να κάνουμε την ενέργεια αυτή σε θετική ενέργεια και να μπορέσουμε να κάνουμε έναν καλύτερο κόσμο και για τα παιδιά μας και να μάθουμε από τα λάθη που έχουμε κάνει πιο παλιά. And do you have any last thing to say, Professor Rubik?
To say what?
Do you have any last things to add? If you have anything to add.
So, it's very difficult to give a receipt for a good life, but I wish really successful life for the next generations, and to using the challenges like the cube, the challenge of the cube. It's helped to understand what we are capable for, how we can manage the problems, and what way we can solve them, and to think about and to walk or to live with open eyes. And with open eyes you will see things which are beautiful, interesting, and inspiring. So, and that to live on this way, that's the best, and that's the most promising. But we can correct the past and have a better future.
Professor Rubik, I'm going to translate those soon. Ήθελε να γίνουμε, οι γρίφοι αυτοί να μας βοηθάμε να κάνουμε μια καλύτερη ζωή, να λύνουμε γρίφους και να μπορέσουμε να διορθώσουμε πραγματικά τα λάθη που έχουμε κάνει μέχρι τώρα. Οι γρίφοι γενικά βοηθάνε σε πολλά πράγματα. Professor Rubik, you have helped us to understand many things. It was a great honor to have you here at the Puzzle Festival.
Thank you. I did it.
I hope.
I tried to do it.
I hope next year you can have us with us
I
here.
can't see you.
Okay.
Stop.
I hope next time.
I wish the best for everybody.
We can have you here in Kastελλορίζου next time. I hope. So thank you very much.